Hi, okay, so it's day 23, and today I want you to do something different. So, probably you're used to, if you're chronically ill, managing your day around your illness. Okay, so you think about it, you probably maybe listen to certain podcasts, you get inspiration, you research health, you try to figure things out. Maybe you're super obsessive about healing this, as I am. But here's what I want you to do today. I want you to set your timer for an hour and I want you to do something non-health related. Just you on your own when you're by yourself, instead of trying to heal or trying to listen to your podcast or find ways to heal or watch videos or, you know, focus on that. I want you to focus on something else, something that you haven't had the time to focus on. So it can't be something like, oh, well, I'm going to clean the house or fold the laundry or do the dishes or go for a walk or do something like that, because that is just trying to avoid your symptoms and your illness. But your mind still goes in the background. Your mind still plays and you can still get caught up in it, because while you're folding laundry, your mind can still go. So today we need to do something that engages our whole mind, and that's very hard. So through talking and listening and visually, and something completely different that just is going to take you out of the repetitive wheel that you have in your mind of worry or trying to solve the problem or thinking about, what's going to happen or what you can do, etc., etc. So I'm going to give you one. I'm going to give you a couple choices, okay? So if you have a dog, this is great. If you have a dog, this is the one that you're going to do. If you don't, I'll be with you in a minute. So if you have a dog, what I want you to do is say, today I'm going to set the timer for an hour and I'm going to train my dog. And you might be thinking, well, my dog's already trained. Great. Teach it a trick. Teach it to come. Teach it to sit. Teach it to lie down. Teach it to roll over. Do a session. Pull something up on the internet, on YouTube, watch it, then practice it, then interact with your dog. What we're doing here is we're interacting with something else. So it really takes your mind away from your repetitive patterning that you do with this chronic illness, and we're placing it onto something else. And we have to be interactive with this thing, because this dog is alive, it's real, it's paying attention to us, we're training it. We have to be paying attention to its movements, its subtle gestures, whether it's sitting comfortably or erect, whether it's going to come. We have to anticipate what it's going to do. So we're really doing a training session here, whether on leash or off leash, if we're trying to get it to come or sit or stay or roll over or not be aggressive or not bark at a squirrel in the backyard. Whatever we're going to do, we're going to focus on it. And it's interactive because we're listening to an audio, we're listening to something on YouTube explaining, and we're getting involved in that. And then we're getting involved with a dog, which is actually a live being. And we're placing our more intense contact that we reserve. We sort of wall ourselves off to other people, and we go inside ourselves when we're chronically ill. But an animal is safer. They don't expect anything from us. And we're going to start to make eye contact with this animal and really start to engage with it, train it, set the timer, and stay focused with this activity of really letting it trust us, and we're telling it to stay, and we're anticipating it and all these things. So you can do an awesome dog training session no matter how old your dog is. It can always learn new things, and you can really do some amazing work with that dog, but will really help you. Now, if you don't have a dog, I might suggest putting on a YouTube video about cooking some of your favorite foods, some healthy whole foods, different things, listening to the interactive. Then we're using the ingredients, we're measuring them out, we're listening to something, so we're not getting caught up in our own thoughts, and we're also like using our mind, creating other recipes, maybe writing it down, these kinds of things. That's an option. You can go out and maybe you can try a new activity, like a sport or something you haven't done in a long time, maybe bike riding, or maybe golfing, hitting a golf ball, or so any kind of new activity or new thing where you have to pay attention to how your body's moving. So you can do anything, but we want to make sure that we're engaging our mind so our mind isn't just getting away from us and doing our old patterns. We're like teaching it to focus on something and be engaged with something. Sight, or being engaged with something visually, is really important, auditory, and then something that interacts with us in some way so that we can't just go back to our old patterning. So today I want you to choose something, set your timer for an hour, and just forget about it. Forget about your illness for that hour and really just focus on learning this new task or creating something that takes a lot of concentration or something to do. Maybe you're going to plan a vacation and you're going to research a vacation. You're going to research cool spots and you're really getting involved with thinking about it and looking it up. And it's really good to involve all our senses. So something that involves all our senses, like the dog training, is really great because it's visual, it's auditory, we're involved, we're walking, we're doing all kinds of things, and we're engaging with another soul, although it's not a person. So anything like this is great. I challenge you to do this today. It's not easy, but these are the types of activities that we need to commit to doing if we want to break through and not give all our attention to this nagging, whining child over here, which are the symptoms and the illness, just waiting for our attention. We're going to set that aside and we're going to engage with something fully today.